How to multiply multi-digits using partial products. Let's say our math problem is 45 by 32. How would we solve it? There are a series of steps that this type of multiplication requires us to do. We will discuss these in further slides and we will eventually find our answer. These types of problems requires more work than what is needed, but it shows us there is more than one way to solve a problem. Before we start the problem, we know there are a series of steps that we need to do in order to get our final answer. The steps are expand, distribute, multiply, and add. These steps will get us to the answer. After we get our answer, we can go back and check our work. We can do this simply by taking our original problem and multiplying it the original way. If there is a difference with the two answers, you can simply go back and recheck your work and see where an error occurred. If you do not find an error, you can go back and check your work when you multiply the math problem. For the steps, expanding is when you take the problem and break it into parts. The next step, distributing, is where you use the FOIL method to break the problem into more parts. Then, you multiply the numbers. Lastly, you add all the numbers. Let's begin with our problem. 45 by 32. First, we expand the problem. 40 plus 5x 30 plus 2. Next, we distribute. 40 by 30 plus 40 by 2 plus 30 by 5 plus 5 by 2. Then, we will multiply these together and we will get 1,200 plus 80 plus 150 plus 10. Finally, we will add all the numbers together to get our final answer, which is 1,440. We can always go back to check our answer, which is 1,440. When we went through the steps, we reached our final answer. We can always go back to check our answer to make sure we did not make any mistakes, and none were made. The result from following all the steps is that we were able to get the answer that we needed for the problem, and we were successful in the process. In the end, there is always more than one way to solve a math problem. Yes, it will require a lot of extra and unneeded work, but it gets our brain juices flowing, which is always a positive. As long as you review the steps, and go back to check your work, you will always be successful at this.